scared all the time, thinking that someone's gonna come and do something to you. Like all the, especially in America, like Fox News, when they talk about terrorism and all that, like it's like everything stops, like dun, 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 dun. The screen goes red, like it's like breaking news. Like how they the way they report on it, it's just so extreme. Like it's crazy. Like it's just. Yes, people, fly on the wall perspective. My name is Joseph.
What's going on? It's your boy B Yaks Yakino.
Yes, B man. It's been a little minute.
Good. I know. Fucking hell. Bro, there's only one place to start.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Come on, man. Like, what's been going on in the world, man?
So Russia have invaded Ukraine. Oh shit.
It's getting real out here, yo.
WW3, yeah? Or we heard it before?
We've heard it before. When was that? Like beginning? It was COVID times. Like beginning of COVID times, wasn't it?
Oh, bro. Like even way before that. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember the last time there was a threat of World War III. I think when Trump greenlighted the assassination of the second most powerful man in Iran.
Yeah, it was
General
before
Salami,
COVID times.
Remember at the time?
Yeah.
Everyone was like everybody forgot about that now, haven't they?
Yeah.
But
everyone thought that was going to be the World War. Like, people really thought we were
you know what I mean?
Sending out troops. There's a whole bunch of stuff being put out there about, sending out tanks and sending out troops and all of that.
Bro, trust me. Bruv, you know what? Obviously, it's a big violation, isn't it, what Russia have done. You know what I'm saying? But these Russians, they don't play.
At all.
They don't play.
It's not. They don't live the same like the Western world do at all. I think people get this twisted. Like it's not.
Don't want smoke with Russia.
They're not people to play with. They're not people to play with at all.
Cause what was it? That video of the tank going into Ukraine and it just run over a car, innit?
Yeah, hitting the car.
And the guy survived, bro.
Yeah, this one here.
Mad thing.
Dang, I actually haven't seen this one. Dang, they actually crushed it completely.
The woman's balling.
Who's in the whip?
Some old man, I think.
Dang.
Yeah, she's traumatized for life.
Imagine witnessing that.
She's like, damn you, Putin.
Bro. He's still alive.
Yeah, no, he survived still.
Dang.
He survived.
That's God right there.
That.
That's crazy.
Cause so people all around the world are protesting for Ukraine. Obviously, Putin's the bad guy.
Yeah. BBC.
Putin's the bad guy now. You know what I'm saying? He's the new Hitler now, people are saying all that.
Yeah.
Etc. etc. What is it really about though? What is it really about?
Don't think we really know. I know there's just obviously you can only go with what's put out there. I mean, the Western side of things has one story. Obviously, Russia have another story about what's going on and the reasons behind how we kind of got to where we are today. But right now, because there's just so much propaganda being pushed out there, it's really hard to get down to the grips of exactly, and it's complicated as well. It's not as straightforward as good versus evil, how it used to be back in the day, where everyone's like, we're the good side, they're the bad side. So I think it's just more people understand that it's a case of like war is just bad for everyone, except for the people that are profiting off of it.
Trust me,
that's really what we have at the end. That's the end product of it. I mean, everything else is pretty. How we kind of got to where we are today is up for speculation, because obviously with NATO welcoming Ukraine into joining them, Putin doesn't want that.
Do you think he's gonna stand for that?
Of course not. No, look at
there's already that whole anti-Russia and anti-China narrative from the West already. You know what I'm saying? But we know behind the scenes they won't bed with each other. All the
Yeah, when it comes
elitists,
to
all the
anti-terrorism,
oligarchs.
when they're looking at space exploration and all that, the U.S. and Russia, yeah, like you said, they're in bed together for a lot of that. When it's mutually beneficial for both of them, like, that's just how it's business at the end of the day. Like, war is business, and so is everything else that's being peddled out there. It's like it's believed like it's coating someone's pockets, like
100%.
someone's profiting off of that, and it's not the people that are in Ukraine. And it's sad. Like, war is sad. Like, people are like innocent people are gonna die, but that's the price that they're willing to pay to get there to line their pockets. So I think that's the main thing. I don't think that people should be like looking at, oh yeah, like, Putin, he's like the next Hitler, focusing on that story. It's like, yo, there's two evils here playing a game. Like, that's really what it is, what's happening.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, on the world stage, Ukraine is a sovereign country, and obviously, if you know anything about the Cold War,
yeah,
it's the same thing is happening.
Same thing, yeah.
That's actually, you know what I'm saying? That's the maddest thing. You know what I'm saying? Over what though? What is it over? Like, cause ego. You know what I'm saying? Really and truly.
Money. I personally think
obviously,
it's money. Like, that's the main. Like, I think even egos aside,
100%. What would you do if you're Putin though? That's my thing. What would you do if you're Putin when you know what's going on behind the scenes, especially? You know what I'm saying? You know how America move. You know what I'm saying? And look at all the atrocities. I keep on bringing America because America are behind it all. You know what I'm saying? When you think of NATO, you think of America.
America's
you know
one of the biggest in there. Like, America versus Russia, like, they have like 12 times the military force than Russia has. But I think Putin, like, he won't go any further than Ukraine. I personally don't think that they're not. You've already heard Boris say. You've already heard Boris say. You've already heard Biden say that they're not going to actually send troops to there. They're supplying them with arms and everything like that, but they're not going to actually send troops there. It's only if they go further than Ukraine. So right now, it's like, yeah, how it's not looking very good for Ukraine at all. They're gonna get the arms and everything like that, but they're not gonna get actual like support, and their military is minuscule compared to Russia's. So
no, of course, it's obviously multifaceted. You know? There's so much.
That's what it is complicated, like, to get to the grips of exactly, like,
it is
how they got there.
It is, and if you know what's really going on, it's not rocket science, really, because
you can put it in basic
media
terms,
the media are not gonna report it the way they're supposed to.
No, there's always
because
media's narrative, like, there's always gonna be their own. They're in the back pockets of so many people. So many different organizations, companies have the media in their back pocket as far as what they want to kind of push out.
Come on, this is corporate media we're talking about. Corporate media, so. Like, forget the mainstream on this.
Yeah,
They're just gonna. This is just a chance for political figures just to add fuel to the fire.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All around the world, in America, or you know what I'm saying, with their jargon. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Putin's done his thing, really. He's saying, like, okay, cool. What you lot gonna do now?
Yeah, he's done what he's done what he said.
He's a bad boy.
Do.
Like, Putin,
he's done what he said.
We're talking about ex-KGB.
Yeah.
People thought Trump was a maverick. You know what I'm saying? President. Trump ain't got nothing on Putin. Trump and Putin. Well, when he met up, he was talking all that smack here. When he met up with Putin, it was all of a sudden.
I think they definitely have. Russia has a history.
Right down.
Russia has a history with that. Russia has a history of, like, taking, these people that have major influences in other countries and kind of, in a way, putting an arm around them, and then they advance their own whatever they want kind of put out there. So, say for Trump, for example, or there's other people that they've been in positions of power. They kind of sit on Russia's side. And then when they give up those positions, they then work for companies in Russia, or they then get some type of vested interest in companies in Russia. So
how much Russian
their foreign relations are like,
bro, it's laughable, bro.
With Russia,
look how much Russian oligarchs were involved in Trump's presidential campaign, bro.
Yeah,
there's no secret there.
exactly.
I'm saying when we're investigating, bro, we're watching a show on the world stage. Is this a show?
Who's to say that? Who's to say him all the smoke he was talking wasn't also just a show
That
as
is-
well? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, you know that they're
Bro,
like,
you talk about a reality star, bro.
yeah.
You know, like
That just feels like a simulation of that, like Trump being
this
in
is what
office,
I'm
bro.
saying.
I don't lie to you, like, it's
Bro, let's
crazy
call
that
it
that's
how
what,
it is. You know,
Yeah.
let's call it how it is. Like, you know, seen this movie before. Like, please, you know, how many times do you think you're gonna keep fooling the people? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are gonna get fooled and bamboozled, yeah, but
yeah. Especially when like they're pulling on like heartstrings with people that like, yeah, you know, there's there has to be they love this concept. People love this concept of, you know, like war is because good people have to fight bad people, and we really need to, you know, all get behind them. But I think more time, like now especially, people are understanding the positions that, you know, certain governments play within society, and how all they really care about is, you know, money. Like all they care about is advancing their own economic systems. All they care about is there's always someone getting paid at the end of it. When you really look down to it, when you really look into it, that's what it all comes down to. Somebody lining their pockets,
and a handful of people. Yeah,
and at the expense of the vast majority of people.
100%, 100%. So yeah, it's just like the way I see it. It's just a beef for the superpowers. You know what I'm saying? So if America we're gonna send troops there, yeah, and take it there, bro. Who's China gonna back? Who's China gonna back? Russia. But they all do business with each other behind closed doors, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it's oil, whether it's fucking just garments, clothes. You know what I'm saying? So, and the list goes on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
At the end of the day,
technology.
yeah.
This is what I'm saying. It's all just a massive fucking like show.
At the end of the day,
'Cause
all
behind-
these countries
you
are
know,
gonna
they-
exist at the end of it, and then they're just gonna look at each other like, yeah, it was just business at the end of the day.
Yeah, trust me,
Everything
economically they
going on.
need each other.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but they have to justify it. War's about money, so they have to intensify the tension. You know what I'm saying? There has to be a boogeyman.
Yeah. There has to be some situation where they can justify this flow of funds going from, you know, the reserve into, you know, what they're purchasing with those kind of. So like the U.S. has now sent 200 million in aid for Ukraine, which brings it up to 650 million in the last year that they sent over there for anti tank, for like weaponry and everything like that. That's a massive, huge amount of money that before would never have been. They would never been able to justify spending that kind of money. But now, a major scale, you know, threat of a war,
Yeah.
and also innocent people that are then becoming falling victim to the situation that they're in at the moment.
No, exactly.
Well, people aren't gonna disagree. People aren't gonna argue with that. People aren't gonna question that. Like, oh yeah, why are you sending like all this money over there? Like, what about what's going on within our own country and everything? But they pull on people's
Exactly.
heartstrings, and that's
This is what I'm saying. It is a joke. So, but it's just propaganda, bro. Spreads like wildfire. Like me, obviously, I think most people here don't watch the news like that. But
I do watch it. I
Yeah.
watch it, but I understand
they
that
were
they're
saying
gonna walk you
people were
to.
saying Ukraine were getting bombed by Russia. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
already happening, and it turned out there hasn't been any airstrikes
Yeah.
on Ukraine. But I was hearing, I'm saying,
Yeah, it's disgusting.
the
like
way-
actually, what gets put out, like it
Do
is.
you know what I'm saying?
It's
It's
just,
the Russia are bombing up Ukraine.
yeah.
Like, but I don't fuck with the news. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
we're
saying?
not.
The
We're not new.
people
We're
are
not,
the news.
It's not new to us. It's not.
People are.
It's not new to us. The fact that, you know, the fear mongering happens within media. They know how to like get you to. They know how to like leverage people's biases and get them to draw conclusions from what they put out. So a lot of the time they won't say specifically that certain things are happening, or that this person is this, or it's a certain type of people are acting a certain way. But we saw it through COVID. We've seen it through many different situations where the media has reported on things where they'll kind of walk you to the door, and then they'll use like different biases to get you to kind of get you to change your whole mindset about certain things. And it's all of this is done, and it's done with intention, and everything that you do see in media is done with intention for a certain narrative to be pushed. So, and you fall into it, you'll fall victim to it unless you like really take things and form your own opinions on things instead of just going off of what exactly you see in the media. I'm a true believer in just like looking at different sources and like actually like watching the news, but taking everything with a pinch of salt at the same time, because just know what are they trying to put for, what is their narrative, what are they trying to push out there. I always keep that in the back in the back of my mind when I am looking at it. And there's always something that they're trying to like, it's always a way that they're trying to change, have people form an opinion that's intentional, that they want you to form an opinion off the back of the news that they're kind of putting out there. If you just take it at face value.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They can have all these presenters and reporters. They'll talk until the cows come home about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But they still won't get to the meat of it.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's the thing.
They're the kings of that, like just talking while saying nothing at the same time. Like,
how do these people sleep at night?
Because it's like it's in a way it's like being PC, and then it's also like, you know, like being politically correct, and then also, you know, like pushing this narrative. I love it when people come on as well and actually challenge them on things. That's when you really see it the most, because it's
they're the fundamental part of propaganda.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It is. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Millions of people are lapping it up.
Of course.
And then
that's why it's still in business. But eventually, because you've touched on it already, the fact that, you know, we are the news. You said that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where we, you know, where do you go now to get opinions, and where do you go to like read up factual things? And a lot of people our age, like they're usually, you know, they're going to your Twitter, they're going to your Instagram, they're looking at, because their feed
and
usually has the news and everything like that.
Yeah, most people are getting either popular press,
exactly,
or from BBC and ITV1.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Couch
potatoes.
That's kind of fading out more when it comes to the younger generations, because
of course,
for a lot of people, if you were to ask a younger kid or a teen or anything like that, what's going on, and then how did you find out about that? Oh yeah, I saw it on 100%. TikTok, I saw it on YouTube, Instagram, I saw it on, you know, that's where their news sources are. And don't be mistaken, like the same things are happening on social media and all these places as well. Bro. It's becoming more and more apparent.
We're gonna get to that.
Way more apparent now, so we're seeing a lot of it. But yeah, it's all about kind of forming your own opinions on these things and making sure that you're not just taking everything at face value, because you'll become victim to like you'll literally be in your crib like scared all the time, thinking that someone's gonna come and do something to you, like all the especially in America, like Fox News, when they talk about terrorism and all that, like it's like everything stops, like dun, 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 dun. The screen goes red, like it's like breaking news, like, you know how the way they report on it's just so extreme, like it's crazy. Like, it's just, if you actually sit on the couch and watch this stuff all the time, and like you take everything as it is, and like you believe every single thing, you hold on to the words that all these media outlets say and what Fox News says, you won't do anything with your life. Like, you'll just be scared, like you'll be because they use fear-mongering tactics, they use all different types of tactics to like keep people, you know. It's just it's mad. It's mad.
It's a joke. It just reminds me. Well, didn't the United Kingdom invade Ireland?
Bro, there's so many examples of it.
I think that was an invasion.
We can get into like Syria, all the stuff that's going on and everything like that. But there's a whole lot that's going on out there. Certain things get more attention. I guess right now anyway, like things are getting a lot more attention than other things. But when it's on the main stage, and when there's a narrative with it, and when there's, you know, a storyline and everything, then people are gonna pay more attention to it.
So if you had hardened Ukrainian people that started, I don't know, doing kamikazes or defending their country, so what, they're gonna become terrorists now, aren't they? You know what I'm saying? So you're not allowed to resist whatsoever. know what I'm saying? You can't resist any form of invasion. You know, with the Iraq invasion. Soon as there's bands of operatives, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, bro, it's a family. The way I see it, it's just a family. It's a family's game. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just a fucking. It's one whole fucking like panto, literally. While people are dying and people are profiting. You know what I'm saying? It's
superpowers throwing their weight around.
you know what I'm saying? And creating proxy wars and proxy tensions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's okay, but we can do it. But when you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That, it's that like it's okay when we do it, but then it's not.
When
okay
Russia do it,
other
whoa, fucking out.
red
He's
flags.
a bully. Fucking that Putin. Fucking not fucking Hitler. You know? It's like, nah, man. It's fucking crazy.
But obviously, there's a lot to unfold on this situation and everything. Like, the main thing is war is just never good for anyone at all, except for the people that's lining their pockets. But for us anyway, like, the main thing is what we shouldn't be going to war. Like, we shouldn't be.
Come on.
It's all bad
In
for
the
everyone.
21st century. But let's not forget who's in charge. Let's not forget who's in charge.
Make sure that
That's
doesn't
why
go over your head.
That's why these wars are mandatory. Wars will never end. Wars will never end.
No.
You know, they can't. All these weapon manufacturers, weapon contractors. We're talking about mercenary firms, bro. The weapons industry is what's big. What industry is bigger than the weapons industry, bro? Literally. Do you think they're just gonna stop selling? Like somebody has to use these guns.
And say for like natural resource, it has to be used. They have to create some way of like war it has to continue. Like war has to continue. War has to happen. Whether that looks different in the future, as far as if it's
personally, it's part of human nature. The way I see it, it's just part of human nature, bro.
It's what we do. I say it all the time. Humans, we just
saying should women run the world?
Huh?
Should women run the world?
Maybe they'll do better than men. Maybe they should.
I wonder what Putin would think of that.
Maybe we should. Maybe they should. Maybe we should just have all women leaders. They'll be able to communicate. You see, pride, men and their pride gets in the way.
maybe in another life. Maybe
when they have things right. Yeah, maybe. But yes, y'all, Fly on the Wall perspective. See, it's your boy Joseph checking in.
Come on, it's your boy B yakking now. Make sure you subscribe.
Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button
in the comments.
Yeah,
I'm saying chime in.